smarter than us, but oh, see,
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck about, they'll fuck with the puffer fish or whatever just to get high. They don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
they do weird shit like that too.
yeah. So it's like,
But that
damn,
that idea of it, that's why Kate gravitates toward the aliens and stuff, because they have this idea that uh, years back the aliens inserted their DNA into our ancestry at some point in whatever way they did, probably rape, and that's how
alien.
we came to be. Yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know if aliens raping out here.
No, that's just my joke. But they
Oh,
think
okay.
that,
I was about to say, yo, ET pulling up like, hey, drop them draws, bitch, and that ain't a
come
question.
on, imagine what would you expect a human to do? Like if a human went to Mars and said, "Yeah, we made some babies here out of the bacteria," or I mean, I guess not Mars, but what would you would at least put it on the ballot that somebody raped something. They should.
Oh, like it wasn't even a grand plan. It was just one horny alien. He was like, yo,
Shit, for all we
I
know,
wonder if I could capture one of these things and fuck them. Oh shit.
when
I
it
actually
comes to
play around with
history
that
and all
too.
that,
Like I
you
was
put
always thinking about that as what if we already fucked up Mars? And I was just talking about that this week, and what hasn't been the first time. Like we fucked up Mars, and then like they have a joke about maybe that asteroid wasn't the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. It was really us on our so-called shuttle, and that killed everybody. And then we started just making that shit anew. That's not necessarily what
Yo.
happened, but
That's a crazy idea, bro. That could be that could be like a badass fucking movie or something, like a badass video game or something.
the
it's not
hidden
a yeah,
secret or some
it's
shit.
not a, it's not a crazy idea.
Yeah. It's not.
I mean, we're made of the stardust and stuff.
Yeah.
That when I learned that blew my mind. That's what opened my mind to everything, to what we are, to even ask that question.
Hmm.
You got to do like
What
Neil
what
now.
is life?
Yeah. What is life?
Yeah,
If I'm made out of this shit that
but
I'm seeing in the sky,
the
what's
crazy
moving?
stuff the crazy stuff that Kay will watch about the alien conspiracies and all that, most of that stuff I'd be like, come on, it can't be all linked back to aliens. But
Hmm.
stuff like that, like I can't realistically look back in history and say that's not the case because I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And if there were beings uh advanced enough to move around like that, it would make sense that they wouldn't be on our radar.
Yeah.
Like you go to there are plenty of animals and insects and stuff that we study, they don't even know we exist.
Hmm.
So who's to say? I don't know. And I don't discount it, but it is interesting.
It is. I mean, shit. They could be walking amongst us already, and we wouldn't even know.
Right? Like how could you even
Yeah.
tell?
Yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen those videos on YouTube or on the Discovery Channel? I think it is where they basically have these fake animals with cameras in them, and there's one where they have a
No
fake
way.
monkey, like a fake baby monkey, and the monkeys all think it's a real baby monkey, and so they're
No
touching on
fucking
it,
way.
and they're oh, you know what? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I've
Okay,
never
it's
heard of
cool as
that.
somebody
fuck.
pull that shit up.
So they got
Exactly.
this baby
You wonder
monkey,
why I get
and
upset when you go away. You don't post this stuff. That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
fucking crazy, bro.
none of y'all niggas on the ship. Where the hell is Liquid?
he at work. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's at work.
He knows about the monkey cam.
I don't think so. I don't think I told him about that.
But Liquid be knowing other odd shit.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah,
all of
he
us
do. He be
together.
running a bunch of crazy shit. But yeah, like there's this fake baby monkey, and the monkeys are all interacting with it. Langer monkeys. I'll post it in the Discord. I'm looking at it right now. But yeah, they're interacting with this monkey, and one of them drops it. One of them is like, kind of keeping it close like a baby or whatever. And I think she drops it and it's on the ground and it's not moving. And they all think it's dead and they all start mourning.
Oh
And it's
my
so
god,
crazy to see. They all
You gotta
start
share
mourning.
that shit.
And then that
that's
monkey that
crazy.
dropped it looks so like depressed. And they kind of like, if I remember correctly, they kind of like, it's kind of like it looked like it was about to get ostracized for dropping that baby.
Oh my
Uh,
god,
but
that's
but let
terrible.
me pics, vids, and links.
Bro, you know what's crazy about that though? Is just like
Oh wait, oops, I posted the
the
wrong.
fucking if the monkeys ostracize them and don't know anything about it, it'll just be it's I don't know. It's kind of going on a random tangent thinking about like how they could just do that monkey so wrong like that and not even understand that somebody else did
Okay,
that shit to
I
them.
posted it under pics, vids, and links. But yeah,
Be so
Langer
pissed.
monkeys grieve over fake monkey. Yeah, Spy in the Wild. That's what it's called. I like that series. It's a good series. It's a good little series. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to see that, like, damn, like the monkeys are grieving. They're not like, oh, I mean, because animal life is so fucking brutal. And to see that kind of emotional response and see them like consoling each other, like touching each other, consoling each other, it's like, holy shit, like
They probably
damn,
wonder
like,
why it doesn't move.
yeah, like
Looking at
it's
it,
just
she's like, why doesn't it move? Bro, I'm sure they're gonna catch on at some point. I've seen videos of. Oh, I just saw her drop it. And they're
yeah.
so. Oh my.
This gonna make them. This gonna make them want to cause revenge on us. They're gonna be like, "You
Yeah.
motherfuckers."
Yeah, there. My grandma watches. Uh, there's a series on some monkeys in a place that's, I think, sort of kind of integrated with a civilization or something. So people stop by and they just record the monkeys, and the monkeys don't care. I forgot the name of it.
Oh damn!
Yeah, ain't that crazy? They're like
That
they pick it up and they hold it close, like they hold it close, kind of with like like I don't know. It's like it looks so human.
Bro, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and they're
This
smelling it, and like the part where after it falls, that one monkey picks it up and smells it, and it's like, oh shit, he's dead, and it sets it on
like
the ground,
it'd be real fucked up if you just
and
at
they
Target and somebody
yeah,
drops a dead body in the middle of the field.
and it's just the aliens fucking with us. Like, oh, I see. This is how y'all, greet people or greet lesser creatures. So we thought we'd do the same to you. We dropped a dead person, dropped a dead person off.
I have
But
to find that video later.
it's just crazy to see, and it's just crazy to see them consoling each other, like holding each other close and resting their heads on each other's shoulders. It's like, damn, like that's a very human behavior. And I guess, and I would looking at that, it's kind of like that's a human behavior, and that lets me know that behavior in us is probably very primitive. And it kind of makes me think, as humans, I mean, if we continue to survive, and if we actually
You should see
continued
Blackfish.
evolving, will we still have these emotional connections with each other, or
You
does
should
that go
see
away?
you should see Blackfish.
That's
That's
the
the one
one.
that really opened my. Have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
No, that's the one about the well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Yeah, it covers that too. But you, bro, you get to see a story that's, well, seeing that stuff unfold and seeing how they act and how they make decisions. It really opens up your mind to what this world is and what other creatures are and what
Hey,
we
it's
are in
on
relation.
Netflix too.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
one where
badass. Let me check.
Kay and I got high and watched that, and I needed to get out after because like my world was shattered.
Man.
What do they call it? Paradigm shift. I had a paradigm shift.
Hmm.
I've had so many paradigm shifts on weed.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I gotta say, like, I still haven't. I mean, for me, it's still like I wonder, because I know with like certain animals, like with like monkeys, you see some kind of like it's like a more, I want to say human. It's like they have some kind of form of consciousness. It seems like yeah, like with monkeys or like with whales or dolphins or something like that. And then you got shit like you got like a fish, like a bug-eyed fish, like just a carpy or some shit, or like a catfish. And it's like I wonder, I always think of certain animals as stupid, like just cows. Cows are dumb as hell, but I'm like, is there something there that we just aren't able to measure or observe? Is our technology not there, or are they like really like a, are they like a, I don't want to call them another animal because I'm like how far does this consciousness thing go? Like, because I mean we have no way of communicating with these things, and the basis by which we judge them is by the same basis as which we judge ourselves, and we can't.
Exactly,
It's
and that
not
might
a
be the
fair
problem.
judgment. Yeah, there may be a problem. That may be giving us a very biased view of the animal kingdom, and I kind of wonder like when I eat. I hate saying this too because I love me some meat, but like
Homo.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, wait.
I said it. I was
I
like,
gotta take that
I'm not
back. I
gonna say no
forgot what
homo.
age we're in. I gotta forget what age we're in. I didn't mean that.
Oh no, he totally meant it. We're so pro homo. That's what he was saying with that statement. We love meat, guys. Send us your meat pictures. We're gonna regret that one. Nah, but
Butcher, butcher,
um,
butcher.
but like I do wonder, like, are we gonna get to a point where I'm gonna look at eating meat and all the meat I've eaten, and I'm gonna go, fuck, I've did something horrible, or like, I
It
mean,
really depends.
because at the same
I
time,
don't
if
know.
those,
Yeah, I don't know where that line is either, and
yeah,
it's been a hard thing to grapple with. The issue that I see is that uh, our biological evolution takes place in a certain time frame, and our consciousness and knowledge and understanding is a
mhm,
different time frame, especially when you factor in the technology and what that does for the for the latter growth. But our biology has been, millions of years, thousands of years in the making. It's not going to be solved within my lifetime. And if this is what I needed to survive, I can't just ignore that.
yeah,
If it's a part of the DNA, without it, I would not even be here.
hmm,
So that's where I am at the moment. I don't know if there's a way to, source to source those biological needs and satisfy the the newfound conscious understanding of who we are and how we came to be this way. But I'm not stopping eating meat so far.
yeah. I mean, me neither. I mean, until the cows start going, hey, we need to have a meeting about this rib shit because we not
I'm
feeling this.
mooting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, oh no, man. I'm kind of like, how, like, am I understand that we had to eat meat to survive because I'm always a dude that's like, yo, we got to eat meat. Like, fuck these animals. I'm trying to eat these ribs. They taste so
Right.
damn good. Because those animals, if they were in nature, they would die much more horribly
Exactly.
than the way that they die with us. I
Yeah.
did,
There
Lions
is
and all these.
a
Mhm.
symbiotic relationship there. Like,
With
yeah,
who?
when you think about, well, I guess I can't say across the board. I don't know how much, uh, I don't know what I'm missing, but if you think about it in nature and something like a cow,
Mhm.
they would probably be easy pickings for other predators if they didn't have our protection.
Yeah. True.
And I think the least that we can do is to make sure that they're raised in a way that's healthy and ethical.
Mhm.
Because not only uh, do I feel like they at least deserve that if they're a part of our chain, especially our chain of control, but just in terms of what you're introducing into your body, it's probably your best interest to make sure that they're taken care of and they're in the best health. I don't know why we don't prioritize that.
Yeah, that is funny because it's our food. It's a
Right.
necessity.
Right. When I was a kid, I didn't. When I was younger, I didn't understand it, but I do now. Like, even the people who would used to hunt, for food, and probably still do, they have a philosophy of how much stress and fear that you put into the animal and what that does to the meat. I don't know if that's true or not, but I wouldn't discount that.
I've heard that
It
too.
sounds it sounds it sounds logical. If something were to happen, maybe, yeah, I know what my emotions do to me, and if that yeah, that can easily turn into a physical thing that's passed on. I don't know. They pass on everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's very true. Like I don't know, like why is that? Why isn't that a priority? Shouldn't that be? Shouldn't we care more about how our food was raised rather than the newest iPhone? Like, because I mean, the food is non-negotiable. And not only that, but it has a, a very dramatic impact on your survival. Like it can affect your happiness. It can affect your your life expectancy, all that shit. It
Yeah.
affects everything about you. And
Yeah.
yet we kind of don't know much about like how our food is raised, how like where it comes from, how is it processed, anything like that.
That's a money decision.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
even changed the names of what the meat is called, so you don't think of an animal when you're buying it at the store. Like, that's
Hmm.
what happened with. I just got introduced to gyros out here when we came to Iowa. I had never had one before, and Kate took me to a place. This fucking sandwich was phenomenal.
Hmm.
And then I found out that it's that the gyro meat is lamb, and I think Kay's mom felt some way about that,
Hmm.
knowing what it is. For
Yeah.
me, knowing what it was did not change how it tasted. But for other people, it does.
Yeah.
They see, you know, cow, whatever. They may like cows. I don't want to eat a cow, but you say it's beef, and some kid who doesn't know anything would just think that's red meat. Red meat. What is red meat? Who fucking knows?
Mm. You got a point, because I mean, we know beef is cow, but like it's like there's some distance between, you know, I feel like at least there's some distance between, you know, what the food is called and what the animal is, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's to make it more obscure so people would be okay with it, more okay with it. They don't think of an animal with eyes and autonomy and all that stuff.
Hmm. Because if you have a steak, and it's seared, it's a seared steak. It's not a seared cow. It's not a seared
Right.
cow steak. It's not a. yeah. The life of that creature is not acknowledged in the consumption of its product or the consumption of its meat, I think. But I mean, at the same time, hey, people like meat. It's not gonna stop me from. The only thing that I feel like would stop me from eating meat is if I found, or as if the like everybody found out as a community or as a whole that like these animals are conscious in a way similar to us, or in a way where they're not, where where we're committing an atrocity, you know, that we don't
Mm.
have to commit. But I don't think in our lifetime. Well, I take that back. I mean, honestly, shit is getting so weird now, tech wise, that no telling what the fucking future holds. We may be fucking talking to these animals. Like, that's another thing. If we could talk to animals and they could talk back to us and we could understand them, like through some device or whatever, and we could have an intelligent conversation with them, I don't think we could eat them anymore. Because they would
Mm.
be. I wish I knew this quote. There's this game I played called the Talos Principle, and I wish I knew the exact terminology or the phrase that they use. It's a really good game. I highly recommend it. It's very philosophical. It's a more of a puzzle game, but it's really fun. It's interesting, and like I said, it's very philosophical. It's one of the most, probably the most philosophical game that I've played, that I, at least that I can think of. But it said something to the effect of, like, it was like basically something along the lines of basically what are people, or like are people conscious, or it was like, it was something to the effect of, do people have their mental facilities? And it was like, okay, yeah, people have their mental facilities. And then it was like, okay, so basically if somebody's a vegetable, they're not a person anymore. Or basically if someone's mentally handicapped, they're no longer a person, they're not human, they're not a person, right? And then I was like, okay, damn, I don't know if that's right, if you can define humanity like that or something. And then it does it in a way where it's like, oh shit, animals do this thing that some people don't even do. Are animals people in a way? And I was like, fuck, like I gotta stop playing this game. This is about to make me not know if me eating meat is okay. But like, I really wish I gotta go back and play it again. But I just remember it struck me so much that I went as soon as it was said, and I started looking for that same quote on YouTube, because it was so profound that it was shocking to me that, like, it took me one way and I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then it switched that up on me so fast, and I'm like, holy shit, I had to question my beliefs. But I really wish I could just remember the quote. I'll probably go back at some point and play it again, and bring it up. But
I've come to think of it as a spectrum, and uh, probably I think different animals are just on a different place in the spectrum. And I think if you watch that Blackfish movie, that
mhm,
documentary,
yeah,
it'll really become clear to you. But before we got up to that point, I noticed, like, if you have a pet, you can recognize, well, if you have multiple pets, you can recognize personality in an animal.
mhm,
Actually, you can, even in the videos you watch with the monkeys and all that stuff, you can recognize personality.
yeah,
You can recognize emotions and decisions. Uh, when I was back at with Kay in Texas, there was they had an issue with the dogs being everywhere, and the dogs would disrespect the walking space. They'd pee everywhere and poop in the bedrooms and all that stuff. And they had gates, but the one dog could jump over it, and they were like, "Well, what's the point of the gates? Whatever." So we put this gate back, and I was like, "Okay, we have to establish, like, a place where the dogs cannot go because these are the bedrooms and there's a clear separation here. And
Mm-hmm.
so I made a point to make sure the dog that can jump over the gate knew that he was not allowed to jump over the gate. You're not allowed back here.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw different times where he would recognize that and choose whether to take the risk or not. Like if a
Mm.
certain person would come in and he'd want to go hang with them, and that's that's his excuse and all that. But he would jump back there and then run into that person's room. And I don't control that person's room. If they want the dog in there and they want to deal with the pee and the poop and all that stuff, that is their problem.
Yeah.
But I saw the decision that was made because the dog otherwise would know after a certain point, I'm not allowed back here anymore because so and so is gonna put me back over the fence. Or you would see him like whine or something because he knows he's not back here and we're all back here and he's on the other side of the fence. Like you could just see uh, decision making and what those dogs chose to do. And if they and for me, the fact that they make decisions like that was enough to show some amount of intelligence. Probably not what most people would consider intelligence in our sense, but to make a decision is not nothing.
Yeah. That is true. That's very true. Cause like, yeah, like a little roly poly on the ground. Do they have some kind of personality? Because if they do, it's not nearly as apparent as it is for like a cat or a dog. Because when I had a cat for the first time, I realized, holy shit, like cats have a lot of personality. Like I never realized how like they really got a lot of personality. I mean, for us, we had dogs, but the dogs were mostly like happy go lucky. Like I'm just happy to be alive. Just I just gotta mark my territory. I'm gonna do my thing. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not allowed to do. I know what I'm allowed to do. But
Hmm.
just seeing a cat, man, it was like,
Just,
yo, this motherfucker is cunning. This a
hmm
cat knows what to do to piss you off. A cat like a cat knows, hey, I'm not supposed to knock this glass off the table, and I see him right there looking at me. But I'm gonna wait until he says no again. I'm gonna look at him like I'm not gonna do it, and then I'm gonna wait until he walks out the room, or wait until you turn around and knock that shit right off the table and
oh
look you
my
dead
god.
in the fucking eye, like, yeah, bitch, I did it. Like,
Okay, those are the cats I don't fuck with. Our
yeah.
cat will our cat tries to push the boundaries and stuff, but I would let her know you're not allowed on this thing. What's funny is that sometimes you can hear her whine. Like she'll whine about the decision. Like,
Hmm.
oh, like that's her cat version of that comes out and we can recognize that emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You
It's
know, for the
crazy.
longest time I wondered if they could like it seemed like our cat was oblivious to the TV. Like she couldn't understand the concept that we're watching TV. She'll try to get our attention, even try to be in the space in the direction that we're looking so we could see her.
Hmm.
And we ended up finding uh, TV for her that showed like gerbils and squirrels and birds and shit like that.
Yeah.
And she recognized them on the TV. And now she watches TV
Wow.
and will actually come request it. I start
Wow.
seeing that, and I told Kay, like, I don't know if Kay recognized it as early as I did. I told her flat out, we're not getting a TV for the cat. The cat is not getting its own TV. But yes, the cat will whine about not having birds or whatever on the TV.
Man.
And sometimes, and she'll watch whatever Kay is watching in there, because I don't usually watch the TV in there, but
Mhm.
she'll just sit there and watch it. But she didn't do that before.
Yeah, man, it's neat. Yeah, animals are like, yeah, just that, or like I don't well, get a little morose. I There's this video of and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of videos like this. There's a video where a dog, I don't know, died for whatever reason. Somehow this dog died. And another dog that was a buddy with that dog is nudging him, and it's crazy that that dog understands that his pal is done. His pal is dead, and there's a point in the video where the dog looks at the human kind of like, "Yo, fix this! Like, you got the power to fix this. Fix my friend, fix my buddy." But like, it's so crazy to see the sadness on the dog's face
Hmm.
because nobody teaches the dog, hey, this is the concept of death. But like that dog already has that concept in its brain. And the dog's not like a reptile. The dog's not like, oh, there goes a big dog I was hanging out with. It died,
Hmm.
and just moving on. There's emotion there. There's sadness. There's loss. That's so
Hmm.
crazy. And it happens with humans too. When a dog's owner dies, like it's just, or like I'm pretty sure we
Or
all seen those.
leaves.
Yeah, or leaves. I was just about to say, when a vet goes out and he's got a dog and he comes back, whatever period of time later, and that dog is so fucking happy to see him, and it's like,
I, I'll
yo,
I'll
there's.
take you further.
Mhm.
Kay would tell me about a case of one of her cats. Like when they would go on vacation or some trip out of state or something like that for an extended time, they would have someone come check on the cat every now and then because they couldn't afford to get a, I guess, a cat hotel or something like that. But
Yeah.
she said that the cat would after a certain period of time it would just give up on life, and it would just sit in the spot and just pee there and just lay there, not eat or anything. Like they would have to uh, get on the phone and try to talk to the cat to raise its spirits and all that. And the
Wow.
same kind of happened with our cat when we had to go on a trip. Uh, at some point, she just stopped eating, and she would just sit in one room, and she'd be there the whole time until uh, until Kay's mom would come over and help feed her and cheer her up and all that stuff. But yeah, like they experience depression and loneliness and all that stuff. She tries to explain to me all the time when I get irritated about the cat whining. She says, "You, we are her whole world," and sometimes it's hard for me to accept that, but like it stands in line with everything else that I've been realizing and asking myself.
Yeah, man. Also, I remember reading about why humans feel lonely after, a certain period of, just being by ourselves. And it is like supposedly it's an evolutionary thing where if you were alone and by yourself, 10,000 years ago, that was a huge fucking problem. So it was like a way, your brain's way of going, yo, you're not with the group. You need to find some people and you need to be with the group or you're gonna die. Or
Right.
or not, or you're gonna die, but like, or if you're not feeling that feeling of like, oh shit, I need to be around the people again. I need to be back with the group. I need to find my way back with the group, then you would die. And it's funny that cats have that exact same, or from what we see, they appear to have that exact same, that same thing going on. And it's like, man, it's just animals, dude. Like when you're saying, when you have at pets in a group, like if you got two dogs, you get to see those different personalities, especially
Yeah.
when it's like a older dog and a puppy. I had an older dog. We had two chihuahuas, and one of them was really old, and the older one, he was walking around slow and all this, and you could there got to a point where he was just near his last days, and you could tell he was in pain, and the puppy was oblivious as hell and was nipping at his ears and stuff like that, just playing around like a kid would with an old person, just like, damn, sit your ass down. Like, and you could see the older dog would put up with it for a while, and then he'd go like, just he'd bark at her or something, he'd go like, hey, stop that shit. And it's neat to see that, and also that maturity, that when the dog gets older, where they understand, okay, this fucker is getting old, I need to leave him alone, like, let me, or when they're mad at each other, when the two dogs are mad at each other, and the other one of them kind of avoids the other while it's sitting in its little bed or whatever. It kind of looks over like, I don't fuck with you, and
Yeah.
go somewhere else. Or when they try to, I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's probably, I don't know if this is common or not, but when a dog brings its toy to the other dog, and it kind of appears to be like a gesture, like a hey, we're cool,
An
hey,
offering.
here, play with my toy, like an offering, yeah, like, here, you could play with my toy, like. And you think about animals or dogs as being so possessive over their toys and shit like that, and you see it drop his little dog toy off in front of another dog, like, hey, I'm trying to make peace with you, we're cool. It's
Hmm.
just so interesting to see that kind of shit in animals.
Bro, I've seen cats beef at Kay's house because they like the they like the outside cats, and they would leave food out for them and all that. The cats would congregate and all that.
Hmm.
Uh, it really just started with one, but they were okay with the other cat having friends, and they didn't mind buying the food and all that stuff. But at least two of the cats had beef, and they would always fight. And then there
Mm.
was a third one. It wouldn't hang out there all the time like the other ones, but it would come over there regularly. And
Hmm.
both of those cats hated that cat. Yeah, it's very
Oh man.
interesting. Like, you can make a reality show out of fucking cats doing cat shit.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy the way these animals interact, their little social hierarchies. Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
another thing that got me. The fact that these animals have social structures. And I guess it makes sense from an evolutionary standpoint. But when you do something, I remember we had a Chihuahua, and at one point two Siberian Huskies. And so the Chihuahua, when we would let them outside to go out, let them go outside, the uh the Chihuahua considered himself the alpha. And I didn't know this until I watched a video on it. But he would always go out the door first. And I was like, and from a human perspective, I was like, man, like, if the other dogs were right up on the fucking door, ready to go out, he would push himself in front of them. And these are Siberian Huskies. They weren't fully grown yet, but they're still pretty big dogs. And he would like get in front of the door, like kind of nudge them out the way, get in front of the door, and he would bolt out that motherfucker first every time. And I noticed that if one of the other dogs went out first, he had a fucking huge problem with it. So I was like, man, this Chihuahua is an asshole. So one day I put my foot in front of him when it was time to let them outside. I put my foot in front of the Chihuahua and let the other dogs go out first. And the look that little motherfucker gave me of like, I cannot believe he didn't look mad. He looked like I had betrayed him. he looked he looked, and not only that, he didn't just look at me and just go like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit. I can't believe you did that," and walked out. He looked at me. He had that betrayed look, and he kind of, I can't remember, like, if he moved around in a certain way as if he was almost like panicked. Like, he was like, "What the fuck did you just do?" Like, I didn't understand it for the longest. I just thought my dog was an asshole. But it turns out that the dog that goes out of the door first is the alpha. And when you do that, basically you are betraying the dog. You're saying you're not the alpha anymore. You just gave the alpha status to another one of the dogs, or you're letting another one of the dogs behave like the alpha. And I was just, it just blows my mind that something so little, like where would that concept even come from? Because there are no doors in nature. Like
Right.
like how did that come about where the dog is like, I have to go first. I'm first, I'm the leader, and if somebody else goes first and you as the human, as another participant made that happen, then you have betrayed me, or you have wronged me in one way, in some way you did something wrong. Like, because my dog looked like he took it personal. He did not like that shit. He was so fucking upset. It's crazy how these fucking animals work.
Yeah,
Oh
that's an
man.
interesting story. I've
Question.
heard that thing about the alpha too.
Quick
Yeah.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Bees, did you? Is Siren Voices a sample?
What?
Is Siren Voices a sample?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
No, it's because I was trying to see if you wanted to do that thing I was telling you about. With,
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can take that off of SoundCloud.
put your fire. Put your fire out.
Ah,
But okay, I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
wait,
Oh,
where are
okay.
you going?
Yeah, I was like, where you going?
I'm about to start working on stuff.
You don't want to hop in on the Squadcast, bro?
Yeah, bro.
I do. I got
Or
distracted with
or or
some
or what
chips
can happen
and some
is
tuna sandwiches.
this is the green room.
You don't get that pleasure. You don't get that pleasure.
Nah, motherfucker, I said
You
that at the
gotta be a
beginning.
part of it.
Oh shit. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, you press record, didn't you? Damn it.
I press. Not only did I press record, I'm already on it. We already talked, so therefore it's a squad cast.
Oh, watch out, motherfucker. I could still download that video from YouTube and post it as a green room.
All right, that's a good way to get blocked from using the accounts. No.
Oh, really now? Oh, okay. Block me, motherfucker. I made the artwork.
Speaking of which, I gotta go and redo that because of the things we
Oh,
talked
now you're
about.
gonna take me out the artwork. You're gonna do some Beatles type shit, huh?
Yeah, bro. Go ahead and get this shit in the works.
Oh man. Goddamn.
Delete. No, I'm just
You forgot I was I was one of the administrators on the old I can't even think of I can't think of anything. I made a couple of things. What was it? I don't know. I can't remember. I remember I started, like, when we first started this shit, I made some shit. I don't know if I made the Twitter or something.
no.
Like,
You initially made the you put the YouTube together, and you also threw the monkey on top of the globe.
oh yeah. Oh yeah,
But
and I
I
made a
gotta remove
Twitch
that
and all that
monkey.
shit.
I'm gonna recreate that monkey, or yeah, I'm gonna recreate that monkey.
Are you doing it
Why?
now? I mean, because we don't really need to worry about that right now. I don't think it's an issue.
Nah, it's kind of one of those things where I'm just I'm handling it. If I think it's something that need to be handled, I'd rather handle it and go ahead and get it done.
Oh, just do it early on.
Yup.
I mean, I guess I see that. Like, take care of it before it even has the chance of becoming an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I could see that.
Not to mention, since the numbers have been progressing, it's also one of those things where it's like, hey, I'm revamping the shit. Welcome to like the next season, bitch. Not, shit like that.
I mean, I get you. I get you. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Um, but yeah, man.
Oh, and plus we should talk about some things that should not be recorded.
Okay. All right. Well, you got the juice, bro.
Right. I don't know how long this was. Hold on. Let me see. How long have y'all been talking? 2:37. You know, it's a short squadcast. That's what it'll be. Hey, short squadcast. Thanks for listening. Woo! Bye.
Mm. Yum diddly yum. Yum diddly yumptious. There we go. That's a good way to end that.
I fucks with it. Do it again. I don't want to talk
Mm.
afterwards.
Yum diddly yumptious.